Bonjour Montréal, bienvenue à Dublin. Moreover, Majan agus fáilte bailach clia. Hello to Montreal and to everybody who is watching this presentation ceremony. It's a particular pleasure for me for the second time to be able to present the outcome of the television jury. And now I want to do the serious part of this work, and that is to announce in ascending order the entries which we have chosen to be the winners of the awards of the 2025 Global Media Peace Awards celebration. The third prize is to entry number 6, Fearless Women. Fearless women on the front line during the 2024 anti-finance bill protests. This entry is a dramatic portrait of everyday women, mothers, wives, sisters, who inspired a generation to take to the streets during the 2024 anti-finance bill protests in Kenya. Chants, passionate testimonies, fearless confrontations with riot police are skillfully recorded and edited to create a dramatic and compelling account of the Gen Z-led protests, ultimately successfully in having the controversial bill withdrawn. The film is a future-framing work arguing for a more responsible government, a better way of living, and voices that are heard, a fine descriptor for what peace might look like.
Hello, my name is Agutu Rosa, a reporter from Kenya. Greetings to the Global Media Peace Awards community. I'm very grateful for being awarded third position in the television category. This award is a reminder of the responsibility that comes with meaningful reporting, and that storytelling can bring people from different communities together for a greater cause. I hope I will continue preaching peace through my work and through the media, and thank you so much, Global Media Peace Awards, for this opportunity.
And now we come to the second prize, which we have awarded to entry number 23, Mindanao. The Irish poet Yeats wrote in a different context that peace comes dropping slow, and so it does in reality. Peacemaking is not easy. This entry carefully and honestly charts the ups and downs, the advances to ceasefires, and the heartbreaking returns to violence in Mindanao in the Philippines. But the efforts continue and the necessary patience endures. The painstaking and challenging work of engaging government, community leaders and armed groups is explored, as is the telling and critical involvement of women who showed real leadership. One participant speaks of their focus on hope and trust. Hope so that people could see a future, and trust so that they could work together. A message for all who seek peace and reconciliation. And this peace process itself a message of hope for all who yearn for peace where conflict and violence prevail. A worthy prize winner.
Thank you to the Global Media Peace Awards. My team and I are truly grateful for this recognition. The women in our show prove that peace can be built daily, in the community, with courage and resilience. This award belongs to all of them. And the GMPA is a valuable reminder to all of us to keep shining a light on stories like theirs. Thank you again.
And the first prize goes to entry number 19, Gaza's Missing. This beautifully produced and immediately compelling film tells the underreported stories of children who disappeared during the Gaza war. Sometimes because of airstrikes or being detained, sometimes because they were simply lost in a crowd. It shows the pain and anguish of individual parents, their resilience, hope, and the need for international support. It calls on international human rights and media organisations to highlight the need to clarify the fate of the missing children. The narrator says, days turn into weeks, weeks turn into silence. But this entry speaks loudly about war and its awful consequences. It shows that even in a war whose causes and conduct have shocked the world, signs of hope are possible. This haunting and intensely moving search for innocent children calls powerfully for urgent peace and resolution, which cry out to be heeded. it is a worthy first prize winner.
Hello, my name is Zumru Sonnas from TRT World, and I am the executive producer of Gaza's Missing. We are deeply honored to receive the Global Media Peace Award this year, especially at a time of ongoing wars and humanitarian disasters around the world. I accept this award not only for myself, but on behalf of my Palestinian colleagues in Gaza, who risk everything each day to tell the stories of their people. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for recognizing their efforts.
After thorough review, the jury unanimously selected 3 productions that demonstrated exceptional storytelling, peace-driven journalism, and technical mastery. It is now my great pleasure to announce the recipients of the 2025 Global Media Peace Awards in the category of radio. The Bronze Prize goes to Cameroon Anglophone Crisis, Breeding a Generation of Unlettered Youth, produced by Efande Lionga Larry Jr. from Cameroon Radio and Television. This is a profoundly moving documentary capturing the generational impact of conflict on children's education in Cameroon through genuine voices and expert narration. It advocates strongly for education as a cornerstone of peace. Congratulations, Efande Lionga Larry Jr. and Cameroon.
Joseph is one of the several children whose educational progression has been retarded here. They can't build words, or it sometimes gets as bad as being unable to spell their names.
Peter.
P E P E L.
As the conflict lingers, children seem to be paying a disproportionately high price.
Wow, what a moment! I am truly short of words. In fact, I am honored to be one of the winners for the Global Peace Media Award this year, 2025, in the radio category. When I first set out to produce this documentary on the Anglophone crisis in Cameroon, my only goal was to let the world hear the voices of children, the voices of pain, of hopes, of faith, of their broken dreams. And today, to see these voices make it to this global stage, vraiment, c'est incroyable. My gratitude for this award goes to all those who believed in this journey, my employers and colleagues, and of course to the children and communities who shared their stories with so much courage. Donc, ce prix, je le dédie à tous les enfants de l'Afrique et à tous ceux qui continuent à croire au pouvoir de la paix. Parce qu'avec la paix, on peut tout faire. Merci infiniment. Merci du fond du cœur.
Now, silver prize goes to A Weapon of Division or Bridge to Peace, produced by Henry Setiawan Halawa from Radio Republic Indonesia. This is a balanced and insightful exploration of the dual role of media in conflict. The production stands out for its rigorous research, debate-oriented framing, and thoughtful engagement with peace communication. Congratulations, Henry Setiawan Halawa and Radio Republic Indonesia.
In 2025, still in Medan, Sumatera Utara, conflict from a group in Medan Belawan sub-district also happened. From emotional trigger in social media, a teenager became a victim of a road and died.
Tolonglah, hentikan tawuran ini. Cukuplah anak saya saja yang menjadi korban.
Stop the street fight.
Cukup anak saya
It's not
saja
my
yang
son
menjadi
being a victim.
korban. Jangan ada
Don't let
lagi.
there be any more victims.
Terima kasih yang tak terhingga kepada juri dan juga panitia Global Media Peace Award. Ini merupakan kehormatan besar bagi kami, Radio Republik Indonesia, menerima penghargaan yang luar biasa ini. Penghargaan ini adalah pengakuan atas kerja keras kami dalam menggelorakan semangat perdamaian, terutama di Medan, Sumatera Utara, dan kami percaya media adalah jembatan bukan pemisah. Dari Indonesia, negeri dengan beragam suku dan juga budaya, kami membuktikan bahwa perbedaan adalah kekuatan. Terima kasih, saya Henry Setiawan Halawa dari Medan, Indonesia, untuk perdamaian dunia.
And finally, the gold prize goes to Love is All There Is, The Courage of Dorothea Neff, produced by Jürgen Pettinger from ORF, Austrian Broadcasting Corporation. This is a beautifully crafted documentary honoring an extraordinary act of moral courage during the Nazi era. Its powerful sound design, historical integrity, and emotional depth make it a model of remembrance journalism and a profound testament to humanity. A tremendous congratulations to Jürgen Pettinger and Austrian Broadcasting Corporation.
Der 9. April 1945. Ich habe diese Frau an die Hand genommen und bin mit ihr zum ersten Mal auf die Annagasse hinausgegangen.
Ich musste mich nicht länger verstecken. Ich war wieder frei und konnte wieder meine eigenen Entscheidungen treffen.
Sie hat meine Hand genommen und hat gesagt, jetzt kann mir niemand mehr was tun.
Hello, this is Vienna calling. Thank you so much for this wonderful award. It is a great honor that the poetry and legacy of the queer hero Dorothea Neff are being recognized. Her courage, her selflessness, and her unwavering willingness to help others continue to shine as a guiding light. If we were all just a little as brave and compassionate as she was, there would be no wars in this world anymore. My heartfelt thanks to everyone involved, to the jury, and to everyone who believes in love, peace, and freedom.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Hansen, Director General of the North American Broadcasters Association and Chair of the GMPA 2025 Digital Jury. Our jury consisted of 10 news and journalism professionals from around the world, many of whom were fellow jurors for last year's awards. And they include myself, Steve Ahern, Asun Gomez Bueno, Luca D'Ambrosio, Wendy Everett, Nuzab Farid, Dr. Farouk Haidar, Matt Lee, Gilles Trendle, and Alan Williams. We were very impressed with the depth and breadth of this year's entries, which covered a broad range of differing types of conflicts and approaches to resolution. We reviewed 43 entries and met numerous times and held detailed discussions in choosing the top entries. On behalf of the jury, I would like to thank all participating producers, journalists, and storytellers for their dedication to storytelling that can be difficult, but that is necessary in overcoming adversity and reconnecting humanity. Our top 3 winners and an honorable mention were chosen based on their relevance to the topic of conflict resolution and contribution to peace building, as well as their production values and journalistic professionalism. So in third place, we have Nostos, Stories of Veterans Coming Home. This is a compelling documentary about Ukrainian soldiers returning to civilian life from the war in Russia. These soldiers discussed their time on the battlefield and as prisoners of war in the hands of their Russian captors. Each soldier experienced their injuries and physical and psychological abuse differently, but they share a common determination to re-enter their previous lives, however the war may have changed those lives forever. The film follows their journeys to rebuild their bodies and spirits, whether it is through the Invictus Games or even just a local gym. The film uses delicate interviews, combat footage, and other photojournalism to tell these stories and leaves the viewer hopeful that resolving the internal conflicts indelibly left on these veterans is possible, especially with the support of their communities.
We are really honored to receive this award. Thank you, Global Media Peace Awards, for giving us the platform to speak, because from the very beginning, this project was all about giving hope and showing that traumatic experience can be transformed into resilience through the stories of Ukrainian veterans. Thank you.
In second place, we voted for Fighting Women. This entry tells the story of Sophie Ndongo from Cameroon, who was tricked into an international human trafficking ring and held as a domestic slave in Lebanon for many years. After escaping her confinement, she founded the group Together Forever, which helps other Cameroonians caught in this system. The video documents the challenges that these efforts face, from COVID shutdowns to the hostilities between Israel and Hezbollah to economic crises, all of which exacerbate the vulnerabilities of these women. The piece is well researched and uses animation, interviews, and photojournalism to walk the audience through Sophie's journey and the successes that Together Forever has in liberating others from modern slavery. It provides an eye-opening account of a practice many are likely unaware of in today's modern times, but ends on a hopeful note that the more groups like Together Forever work to expose these practices, there is hope that more and more women can be saved.
Thank you to the jury for this award. Dones en Lluita, Women in Fight is a team effort. So first of all, thank to everyone who made it possible. Our deepest gratitude goes to the protagonists of each episode who share their stories with us and inspire us with their activism. They are women from different parts of the world who, after suffering a flagrant violation of some of their most basic rights, did not give up, but instead that resist and fight in a collective way. Their struggle brings hope at a time of uncertainty and of setbacks in rights in a global scale.
And in first place, we have Memoria Eraikis, which is an episode in a multimedia documentary series that promotes democratic values, human rights, and the culture of peace through the recovery of silenced memories and the recognition of victims of violence. This episode explores the power of writing as a form of resistance and symbolic reparation, and is told from the viewpoint of the Basque literary community. They describe the threats to their language and culture under the Franco dictatorship, and how writing helped them create a national collective memory of the Franco period in the context of political violence, exile, censorship, and institutional oblivion. In this episode, interviews with writers, journalists, activists, and victims tell a profoundly human story of struggle, defeat, hope, and recovery. Memoria Eraikis uses historical video footage, correspondence, and diaries, as well as contemporary interviews and resources to explain the importance of collective generational memory as a tool in conflict resolution.
Muchas gracias por este primer premio. Lo recibimos como un logro compartido y con el compromiso de seguir usando los medios para dar a conocer el sufrimiento injustamente padecido, para defender una sociedad que esté basada en los derechos humanos y en la paz, y para defender una convivencia democrática. De nuevo, reitero, muchísimas gracias.
And then finally, the digital jury wanted to acknowledge with a special commendation the entry entitled Echoes of Terror, which describes a 2014 terror attack on a peaceful town in Kenya that left over 60 men dead and destroyed the community, especially between Christians and Muslims. The film follows the efforts of reconciliation in the community 10 years later. Religious leaders from both Christianity and Islam came together to open dialogue, emphasizing that faith should unite people rather than divide them. Community elders and women's groups began sensitizing young people to resist radicalization and embrace peace. Local authorities introduced policies on peace building, security, and disaster preparedness, ensuring that collective safety became a shared responsibility. The film teaches the audience that by confronting painful memories and choosing dialogue over division, it is possible to transform this tragedy into a lesson of reconciliation for Kenya and the world. The film uses animation to reconstruct the attacks for viewers, as well as thoughtful interviews to share the memories of fear and anger, and how they look for creative solutions to replace deep-seated mistrust with an openness to healing community-wide.